Welcome to Motivation Hub, your ultimate source for inspiration, empowerment, and the mindset you need to achieve greatness. If you're ready to level up, conquer your fears, and unlock your true potential, you've come to the right place. Stay tuned for powerful tips, motivational stories, and strategies that will fuel your journey toward success. Let's dive right in. Imagine waking up with just a few dollars to your name. No connections, no backup plan, just a burning desire to build something extraordinary. What if I told you that the journey from struggle to success doesn't require luck, but sheer determination? Today, we're diving into the unbelievable story of a man who turned nothing into a billion-dollar empire. A story of grit, failure, and the relentless pursuit of a dream that changed everything. This is the story of how one man proved that, with the right mindset, anything is possible. It was a cold morning in 1992 when John Matthews stepped off the bus in downtown Chicago. The city buzzed with the promise of opportunity, but for him, it felt like an overwhelming maze. John was just 23 years old, freshly graduated, and with little more than a few $100s in his pocket and a small duffel bag slung over his shoulder. He didn't come from wealth, nor did he have any connections to the world of business. His family had struggled for years, making ends meet, but they always believed in the power of education and hard work. John believed in that too. But what he had didn't seem nearly enough to make him stand out in a city that was home to some of the best and brightest minds in America. His first job was as a waiter in a small diner where he worked long hours for barely above minimum wage. At night, he would read business books, listen to podcasts, and jot down notes on ideas he thought could change the world. He was deeply inspired by the stories of entrepreneurs who had made it big. Every night, he would stare out of his tiny apartment window at the city skyline and ask himself, why not me? But life wasn't kind at first. His job barely covered his rent and daily expenses, and his dream of building something bigger seemed impossible. Yet, every day he woke up with the same fire, the same belief that he could do more. One fateful afternoon, while serving a table of business professionals at the diner, John overheard a conversation that would change his life forever. The men were talking about the boom in technology and the possibilities for creating software that could make businesses more efficient. They discussed the rise of the internet and how it was revolutionizing commerce. John didn't understand all of it, but one thing stood out to him: the power of technology. That day, he made a decision. He would learn everything he could about technology, software development, and the booming digital world. John knew he couldn't afford formal education in the field, so he did the next best thing: he started teaching himself. He would spend his nights watching free tutorials online, reading books, and experimenting with simple coding. Slowly but surely, John started to grasp the fundamentals of software development. By 1994, just 2 years after making the decision to change his life, John had created a simple yet functional software application, a small business management tool that he thought could help streamline day-to-day operations for entrepreneurs. He had no idea how to market it, how to sell it, or even how to start a company, but he was driven. He spent the next few months refining his product, working tirelessly through the nights while still maintaining his job at the diner. He believed in his idea so much that he was willing to sacrifice sleep, comfort, and time with friends. By 1995, John had a fully functional prototype that he believed could change the game for small business owners. But now came the hardest part: convincing others to believe in it. John knew he couldn't do this alone. He couldn't continue working at the diner and expect to scale a business. So, he took a leap of faith. He quit his job. He used the last of his savings to rent a small office space in a rundown part of the city. He was determined to make it work, but the odds were against him. He had no marketing budget, no network of potential clients, and no clear path forward. All he had was the belief that his product could make a difference. And he didn't stop there. John reached out to every small business he could find, offering free trials of his software in exchange for feedback. Some businesses rejected him outright. Others showed interest, but none took the leap to pay for the product. John spent countless hours cold calling businesses, trying to convince them that his software was worth the investment. For every 10 calls, 9 rejections followed. But he refused to give up. Months passed, and just as he was running low on resources and on the verge of giving up, John received an email. It was from a small but growing local company that had tried his software and found it incredibly useful. They wanted to purchase a subscription. It wasn't a large sale, but it was enough to give him hope. That small sale was the catalyst that allowed him to reinvest in his business, improve the product, and keep pushing forward. John worked with even greater determination, relentlessly refining his software and improving his sales process. As time passed, more small businesses took notice, and word began to spread about the efficiency and ease his software brought to operations. By 1998, John's company had grown significantly, attracting the attention of investors. He was able to secure funding and began hiring a small team of developers and salespeople. With the capital, he expanded his reach and launched an updated version of his software. It wasn't just a tool for managing business. It had evolved into a comprehensive platform designed to help small businesses thrive in the digital age. But John wasn't just focused on growth. He was deeply committed to making sure that his success would benefit others. He offered free resources for aspiring entrepreneurs and set up a mentorship program to help young, driven individuals who came from humble backgrounds like he had. He understood that the true power of entrepreneurship wasn't just about making money, it was about creating opportunities for others to succeed. As his company scaled, John focused on building a team that shared his vision of helping small businesses succeed. His leadership style was unconventional. He believed in empowering his employees, offering them autonomy, and encouraging them to innovate. Under his leadership, the company continued to grow, and by the early 2010s, it was a household name in the business software world. But as with all great stories, the road to success was not without its challenges. There were moments when John's business faced serious setbacks. The dot-com bubble burst in 2000, and like many tech companies at the time, his faced financial uncertainty. But John wasn't the kind to let a crisis define him. He restructured his business, cut costs where necessary, and focused on delivering value. Despite the difficult economic times, he continued to push forward, trusting in his ability to adapt, innovate, and lead. Fast forward to 2010, and John's company was no longer a small startup struggling to survive. It had become an international enterprise with thousands of employees and customers spanning across multiple continents. The software that had started as a simple tool for small businesses had now expanded into a full suite of products that helped companies of all sizes manage everything from payroll to customer relationships. And yet, John remained grounded. He never forgot the tough days in Chicago, the nights he spent coding in his tiny apartment, and the years he spent trying to convince people to believe in his product. He often says that his greatest success isn't the size of his company or the fortune he built. It's the fact that he stayed true to his mission to help others succeed. And his impact reached far beyond just the customers who used his software. Over the years, John's philanthropic efforts became legendary. He donated millions to education, entrepreneurship programs, and small business initiatives. He was passionate about giving back to the community that had supported him when he had nothing. Today, John Matthews is one of the most respected entrepreneurs in the world. His company, which he built from the ground up, is worth billions. He travels the world, giving speeches, inspiring others to pursue their dreams, and emphasizing the importance of resilience, perseverance, and staying focused on long-term goals. And when asked what his greatest lesson has been, he often shares this: success isn't just about making money. It's about creating value for others, being relentless in the pursuit of your goals, and never letting failure stop you. His journey proves that no matter where you start, with hard work, determination, and a willingness to learn and grow, anything is possible. John Matthews wasn't born with a silver spoon. He wasn't handed a business on a silver platter. He started with nothing, just like so many of us. But he built an empire from scratch because he believed in himself, his vision, and the power of relentless effort. So, as you go about your own life, remember John's story. When things get tough, when the road seems long and uncertain, remember that success is often just one step beyond the point where others quit. Stay focused, keep pushing, and never stop believing that you too can turn your dreams into reality. Because the journey is never easy, but the rewards are worth every ounce of effort. The story of John Matthews is a testament to what is possible when you refuse to give up and when you commit to being the best version of yourself. It's a reminder that your circumstances don't define your potential, and that the future belongs to those who are willing to work for it. If you found value in today's video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more motivational content